Hey YouTube, how's it going? How's all my developer friends out there? Today I have a special announcement and we'll be talking more about that in a second. So I am live here on YouTube, which is very cool. So before we begin, let me show you, if you guys can, please click that subscribe button, click that like button, please share it if you can. And also, I just want to let everybody know, if you go to Udemy, they have a sale going on right now. $10 courses, ends in 1 day, 11 hours. Just in case you missed the last sale, well worth checking out. Some of my favorite courses, some of my favorite JavaScript courses are on here, but there's just so many of them. I can't name them all, but you could see here is some of them that you can get. So just check that out, $10 courses. So that is pretty cool. Now for the announcement, I have been working for a very long time on a project that started probably earlier this year. I had gone back and forth, and if you don't know, I'm an author and a writer, and I have written my first book, the Vue.js cookbook, last year. It was released about March of last year, which was pretty cool. And this was definitely a labor of love. I write these books not because I want to become rich or anything. It's because I just like writing and I like sharing what I know to other people. The writing process itself is difficult. As you could probably imagine, there's a lot of work that goes on with writing these books, and it's definitely gotten my name out there though, and I've learned a lot in the process. So probably around 6 months ago, I graduated with my master's degree, and I wanted to have another challenge, and so I started this YouTube channel, which has been amazing. We've grown it pretty quickly, pretty fast. I got a lot ways more to go, but it's been awesome. But I also wanted kind of another challenge at the same time. And so I've been doing some freelancing on the side, which has been great. And, my job, I really enjoy my job. It keeps me really busy. But I still wanted one more thing. So I was contacted by another publisher. My first book was written by Pact, or I wrote it, but it was published by Pact, of course. And this other publisher contacted me. We went back and forth. I had one book in mind that I wanted to write for my second book, and they actually had another author for that book. So I kind of went, I let it go, and they came back with another book that they needed help with. And I signed the contract, and I said yes. And today, this book has finally been released. Now, caveat, it's an early access. I've only written 4 chapters of the book, and I will show you it now. So I'll go back to my browser. You can see here it's published by Manning, and it's the Vue.js in Action book. Hey, what's up, David? So this book has been in the works for a while. Like I said, I have 4 chapters written. It's pretty awesome. I have it's with Ben Liswan. He's actually helped start the book, but I'm writing the rest of the book. I'm pretty much writing the whole book, that is. But this is it. So if you've been wanting to learn Vue.js, if you've been wanting to really deep dive into a new library and framework, Vue.js in Action is for you. I have been learning a lot about Vue.js in the last 6 months and just kind of leveling up. I've been talking to people that have been running it in production. And the purpose of this book right now, since I'm only 4 chapters in, is I'm really looking for feedback on it. I'm really looking for people to read the chapters, to let me know what I missed, to give me some feedback on what can make it better. So it's been super awesome to be able to finally get this out here and finally to get feedback on it so I can make it even better. Thanks, David. Thanks, Elias. So I am really excited about the book. Like I said, I'm going to continue to work on it for the next year. We expect it a chapter a month to come out for the next whole year here. So you'll be seeing a lot more of this book as I have time to get it done. And expect it to be a lot more higher quality than my first book. My first book, it's pretty good quality, but this one, I'm getting a lot of feedback from a lot of highly technical people, not just from Manning, but I'm expecting a lot of people that read the book will be giving me feedback. So I want the examples to be really, really good, and to be really tight, very technically sound. And let me give you an idea of what I'm going to be covering in the book. I got part 1 is to getting to know Vue.js, introduction to Vue.js, the Vue instance, adding interactivity. So in this chapter, we are kind of creating like a web store, and we're looking at the different type of directives and how reactivity works within Vue.js. Then we're adding some basic forms and inputs using the vModel directive, which is a type of Vue.js directive. Then we're looking at loops and how that we can affect a program. And through this whole time, I'm also creating a real-world app, not just going over different snippets of code. I'm connecting it all back together into kind of a larger app, which is really cool. And events, we're going to go into events. And then, of course, one of the bread and butter of Vue.js is components. So we're doing a deep dive into that. Right now, there's a couple different ways to make Vue.js apps. There's the Vue CLI. We're going to start introducing that into the later chapters, and how you can create applications using that. And then we're going to go into a little bit more advanced components. We're going to look at transitions, extending Vue, Vuex, of course the router, resources. And some of these chapters might slightly change as we go on. Some things may change after I write them. We might combine a chapter. We're not quite 100% sure. So things they can and will change as I go through these chapters. But this is basically it, and then we'll end with testing. So it's going to be very thorough. It's going to be able to take most people that maybe had a little bit of experience with other frameworks. I'm going to be able to go through this, and you're going to know Vue inside and out by the time you get to the end of this. So I really want it to be a comprehensive book. So some people with a little bit of intermediate or beginners can pick it up, and they can get to a point where they know enough to get a job out there using Vue.js. Now, of course, we can't cover everything, so it's not going to have a bunch of advanced topics in Vue.js. So if that's the type of book you're looking for, this is not the book for you. But it's definitely going to range in that kind of intermediate range of what you should know to get Vue.js up and running. What's up, David? What's up, Kranes? Yep, that is my book. This is my second book, the Vue.js in Action. If you're just coming up on the stream right now, this is my early access book. It's in Manning Early Access right now. So 4 chapters are written. So hopefully we will have it done by publication in spring 2018. It'll probably be a little earlier than that, but we will see. So it's going good. So if you have any questions, you can throw it into the chat room, excuse me. So like David, when's it coming out? Like I said, spring 2018. I'm hoping to have everything done by the end of this year. And then beginning of next year, we will have it out, completed all 15 chapters. But if you want to follow along this journey, I'm definitely recommending people to buy the book now and read it, give me feedback. There's a feedback forum in the Manning forum where you can let me know what you think so far, so we can correct any problems or errors or coding problems, because I'm not perfect, but we're going to make the book darn near perfect, because we're going to get all this feedback, not just from Manning, but also from the early access readers, which is really cool. How long does it take you to write a 250 to 300 page book? Writing books is not easy, but it'll take months. So hopefully we'll have, by the end of this year, the first manuscript will be done, all 15 chapters. And then we're going to go through more process of editing, technical editing, and keep it going, which will be great. So the price, as you can see here, it's on the top. I'm kind of blocking it. Probably can't see it. So you can see here the price is $44.99 for the ebook and the published book, and then $35.99 if you just want the ebook versions. Now, there's definitely going to be sales and things going on for this as time goes on, so keep your eye out for that, and I'll be emailing my email list with this information as well. So thank you so much for being here for my quick announcement. I'm definitely going to make a couple more videos of these talking about my book here. Looks like I have another question. Yeah, so the way it works, so which developers are you bouncing ideas on Vue, the ones you can mention? So right now I have a technical editor, and then I have a non-technical editor. And the technical editor that I have has quite a bit of experience in the Vue world. I can't give you his name. I'm not allowed to kind of give all the reviewers' names. Then there's also a team of people that look over the book to check the technical quality as well, that works for Manning, and that's more technical editors, people that work in Vue. And then there's also people that read the book that can then go into the forums. There's a forum for the Vue.js in Action book that can then leave feedback. So definitely I'm going to get a lot of different feedback from a lot of different people, which would be awesome. And I'll leave a link. I can add a link to this book in the chat room. Or you can just search on Manning's site for Vue.js. So are those books behind you all about programming technical stuff, says Andre J. So the books behind me are actually not books at all. They're DVDs. This area is my office, and I'm kind of in the process of taking all these DVDs and converting them into digital files so I can have it all in my collection on my computer, so I can easily access it through Plex. I should do a video on that. It's kind of interesting the way that works. So I do have several more books inside what's behind me, the bookshelves behind me. All right. Well, thank you so much for sitting in on this announcement. I appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, feel free. I'm going to include a link to not just this book, but also to my mailing list. I'm creating a mailing list of people that are interested in the book, and also I'm trying to create an online course. And if you sign up for my email list, I will keep you updated when these come out and as they come out. So thank you once again. Take care, guys.